delayed time frame, but
Sure.
I don't think this is not going to be a storm that comes together. Let's take a look at and show you what's going on here. I'll give you the rundown. I mean, you can see even in Boston, we think it's going to start out as snow, and you can see the big wet flakes in the background, right? Then it goes as the day wears on to this messy mix. You start going over to sleet, you start mixing in with rain, and in Boston, as we rise to 35 degrees later, we will end up making a transition to rain. But the big story right now, without a doubt, is when you wake up and you look and you say, I thought it was supposed to be snowing all over the place right now, and it was. But instead, we have a big hole that's across the Boston area, areas south of Boston through Brockton and Taunton, not much going on. Notice the snow is filling in down Route 2. It's filling in through Worcester. And in the Merrimack Valley, very light, fine flurries are getting underway. There's another area coming in Route 6 across Connecticut. That is moving to the northeast, but there's still going to be a hole that will be located near the Massachusetts Turnpike for a while longer. It may take another couple hours for some of this to fill in. You can see where the snow is coming down lightly along Route 2 right now. Same deal down into the Worcester area, but steadily. And there's more of that that's been filling in when you get back out by the Albany stretch, and that also is going to run into the Mass Turnpike. In terms of whether this thing is going to be a total dud or not, the reason I don't think it's a total dud is because there's still a lot of energy to the west, but you do notice it's broken up, right? So as it comes in, it's going to fill in at different times in different spots. Let me try and answer that question for you. Timestamp in the upper right. I think what stands out to me is that even at 8 a.m., this light blue that you see in southern New Hampshire and the Mass New Hampshire border region is still pretty light snow at 8 o'clock. But the deeper blue is where the heavier snow fills in. Notice Route 2 and the Mass Turnpike, certainly by 8 a.m., and road conditions are going downhill. The tricky part is you don't want to get lulled into this false sense of security, because as you get in toward, let's say, 9, 10, 11 o'clock this morning, well, by that point, everything's filled in. The thing that stands out to me also is you see the pink, which indicates sleet or freezing rain, but the temperature is 29 or 30. It's still below freezing. The exception is in southeast Mass. From Brockton and Taunton over to Plymouth, and then when you get back down to the Cape, we're going to be warming. You make a change to rain by midday, the way things look right now. So southeast Mass, this becomes not much of an event for you. It was never supposed to be that much of an event anyway. You may get an inch or two, and that would be it. And then for many of us, by 6 p.m., you're down to these light mixed showers will be left over, though admittedly, they may go back to snow showers overnight and continue kind of off and on through the night. So in terms of total expected amount, it's not a lot different than you saw yesterday, but a little bit, which is to say instead of 2 or 3, we're saying 2 now in areas that are south of Boston. We do think it'll fill in, but it's going to be kind of a messy mix as it fills in. We still think the greatest snow amounts are north and west of Boston, where the best chance of 3 to 4 or even 4 to 6 inches along the Route 2 corridor of the Mass New Hampshire border would be found. And again, a lot of this is going to be happening as we head over the course of the mid-morning into late morning, so that's the delayed time frame part of this. We think tomorrow the drier air comes in, but there may be a snow squall in the afternoon or evening. That opens the door to what we've been forecasting to be the very cold air that's going to be with us on Thursday. Highs only in the 20s, and a wind chill, the warmest time of the day, will be in the teens. Beyond that, looks like temperature's going to get back up near 40 anyway by the end of the weekend into early next week.